Hello and welcome back to Sosnovka, Sovkhoz, episode 6 with me, Mr. Sealy P. Right, so we're just going to whiz up here to field 20 and 15, I believe it is. Let's see how much they are. Because I'm thinking I'm going to grass field 19. So I might need to buy a couple of fields to put wheat or barley in. 26, yep, we'll have that. Yeah, to put wheat or barley in, because I want to have some grass fields close to the dairy for grass and hay bales and silage bales. So then I'm going to need some other fields relatively close that I can put wheat or barley crop in, so I can do straw bales and straw for bedding for the cows. 27, yep, we'll have that. Brilliant. So, 2 new fields. 20 and 15. We are expanding. It's a good thing. But I think what I might do is get a plough. Yeah, I think I'll get a plough and plough that gap so I join the 2 fields together. So I've got one long field. That's probably what I'm going to do. But before any of that, I'm going to grab the seeder, the Vedestat, and I'm going to seed, grass seed, field 19. The first field you start with on the game that has wheat in it, I'm going to grass it. I need the grass fields close to the dairy farm. So I'll grass it over. Now I've got the big field to the side, 23, and I've just bought 20 and 15. As the fields I expand out into the fields around, these ones, the grass ones, need to be close to the dairy. That way you haven't got to cart bales too far. I mean, obviously it's going to take a while for the grass to grow in here with it being on real time. So what I might do is get the mowers and maybe just drive around some of the grass areas on the map, doing a bit of mowing, and possibly even by the windrower as well, and then go around afterwards with the windrower, just so I can get some grass in for the cows while this grass is growing. That's the plan at the moment. Today's plan. The plan for episode 6. Although that probably won't happen to episode 7 now, but that's the plan. So we'll whiz up and down grass in this. I'll probably skip ahead a little bit, only because it's like watching grass grow. It's a nice size seeder, this one. Do like it. Thanks, it's direct link to the back of the tractor. The next one up, the Horse, which I think is 90-something thousand to buy. See, it's got the kind of pivot in the middle, which makes it snake a little bit. I'm not overly keen on it. I think I've mentioned that before in previous episodes. Only problem is this one is quite small, so when you get onto the bigger fields, sometimes you need the big one. I'll grab those mowers. I might as well. I've got the money there sitting in the bank. Well, not a huge amount of money, but I've got some money in the bank. Get them, and then that way I'm ready, so that when I've done the odds and ends around here, I can then get some grass cut. And I will keep dropping back for forestry, lumber, in between what I'm doing. So as you can see at the moment, it's 5:30. We may get little jumps forward of an hour or whatever, so what I might do is when one thing's happening or when that's finished, I might jump off screen, do a bit of forestry, get a bit more money back in the bank, and then jump back in again. So you might get the odd jump of an hour. It's not because I'm skipping time, it's because I'm off doing other things. So there we go, just a little skip ahead. that field is nearly done. 19 grassed. Just got to wait for the grass to grow now. Right, so that's field 19, pretty much done. I will park all this up and probably fill up the seeder in the process, which is my kind of standard thing. Right, as you can see, it is now 6:45. Been off, did a bit of logging, a bit of forestry. So now I'm going to grab the plough, like I said I was going to, and oh, God, blimey, they're expensive. Not expensive, but they need a lot of horsepower. Wow. Okay. Probably only around to get the Amazon then, because I haven't got the horsepower for the Lemkin or the Vogelnut. I can't. Yep. It's going to have to be the Amazon. I'll buy that. It's only a small little patch really to plough, so not the end of the world. I will whiz off up to the shop and grab the plough. Lots of pinging backwards and forwards to the shop to pick things up. Right, it's a bit puzzling. I'm baffled by this because it just seems a lot of weight on that 3-point linkage. I'm sure that's not how it's supposed to be transported, but when I picked it up, attached it, that's how it attached. It just doesn't seem quite right. I might need to put on the automatic help and have a quick look at the different operations, because that just seems wrong. Right, so that says fold plough, so that means that's unfolded. So normally the travelling position is folded. That's weird. So when you pick it up, it's already unfolded. Right, that makes more sense. That's how it should be transported. But it will only let you detach it if it's unfolded. That's really weird. Okay, fair enough. I suppose because it's got one central wheel, if you left it, it would topple over. Kind of makes sense. Right, let's try and get this line as close to the edge as I can. This isn't going to be like ploughing a field. If I was ploughing a field, I would go up and down the field, nice neat rows. Because I'm just ploughing this gap, and I'm going to go over it in a little while with the seeder to put a crop in, and the seeder's got a cultivator on it. Once that's been over, you won't even see where it was ploughed, so it doesn't matter too much whether the plough lines, the furrows, go in nice neat rows. The purists among you would still argue that you should still do it, I guess, and you're probably right, but just for the fact I need to get this done, I'm not overly fussed. If I was ploughing an entire field, then yes, I would do it absolutely. Up and down, nice neat rows. And this is probably going to take a little bit of time. Maybe another one of those opportunities, if you haven't seen my videos before, to put a bit of music on in the tractor cab and quickly whiz through this. So there we go. Nice bit of music there just to get us through the ploughing. Anyway, that's us nearly done on the ploughing. At last, you may say, and if you skipped through to this bit, then you missed out. Believe me. Right, so what I'll do is I'll take the plough back, put it in its proper transport position this time. I think. Yep, there we go. And I will store the plough away just in case we need it. And then I'll probably grab the seeder and whiz up and stick either a barley or wheat crop in here. Stick this in here out of the way. Yeah, I suppose because it's on a single wheel, yeah, if you just detached it now it would topple over. So you have to unfold it and then detach it so it can lay on its side. Kind of makes sense, I suppose. Typical man not reading the instructions. Just make sure I am right now. Yeah. Yes. Although it has sunk into the tarmac somewhat. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's grab this seeder. And we'll get fields 20 and 15 cropped, seeded, sowed. Sown. I will stick a barley crop in, I think. Haven't done barley yet. Mind you, technically I haven't done wheat yet, so the wheat one was already there. Field 19 already had wheat in it when we started this map. I'll do the headlands like I normally do, stick a couple of rows in, 3 probably, then go up down the field. The other end's got a funny kind of diagonal on it, sort of, so there's a triangle at the other end, so I'll probably have to tidy it up first and then I'll probably set the worker up and down the field, get the worker doing that. Then I can whiz off, grab the fertiliser spreader, and I can get some fertiliser on this as well before the end of the episode. That's what we're going to do. So we're kind of following the plan. I did say I was going to plough. I have bought those 2 fields, which is great. We are expanding relatively slowly, but we are waiting on crops, and we are doing other things as well while waiting on those crops. What we'll probably do, start off in the next episode, is get some mowing done. Haven't done any mowing yet. Get some bits mowed, probably by a windrower. Try and get those cows some more feed, and that'll be building up to hopefully getting some mixed rations done, so there'll be some baling to do, so I'll need to get a baler. And in between all of those wonderful jobs, there will be plenty of forestry, I guess, to pay the bills. Unless, of course, what I could do is start doing a bit of silage as well. Need to get a big-ish field, I think. Maybe actually up near the biogas plant, go and buy a big field, and then I can stick it straight into the silage bays up there. Right. I am going to spread the fertiliser, but I did say I was probably going to buy another tractor, or at least get a new tractor, not necessarily another one, but a new tractor. So it was up to the shop. Now, the plan was, another plan, was to sell the Schluter. It's the only one I got left. I did sell the other one. However, I can't bring myself to get rid of it. It's a brilliant little tractor. I should have just left it at the farm and could have used it for odds and ends. So, I'll hide it up here out of the way. And I won't get rid of it yet. If at some point I might decide to come back and get rid of it, I don't know. But I like it. It's a good tractor and it's done a really good job. So I'll leave that there. I'll buy another one. So, in light of the fact we are on Sosnovka and it was the gold edition and we have got the Zetors, I'm going to get a Zetor. Haven't ever had one of these before. I think I had maybe one of the smaller ones. I think the front loader for a little while. It was quite underpowered. But I'm going to get the bigger one. I'm pretty sure it's a nice looking little tractor. I mean, it's not a massive one, but it's a good tractor. About 143 horsepower. Was it 147 horsepower? But I will be quiet in for a second because you've got to hear this thing start up. It sounds brilliant. It's got such a throaty engine sound. See what I mean? It's brilliant. Really cool. So I thought I've got to have one. I haven't had one before. So we'll use this one probably for fertiliser spreading, and I'm sure we'll find some other odds and ends, put in smaller trailers and bits and bobs around. Don't think it's quite got enough horsepower for seeders and things like that, unless it's got enough when we buy the sugar beet, not the sugar beet, the potato seeder. When we finally get around to that, we might have enough horsepower to do that. We'll see, but it will get used. Every field we seed will need fertilising, so it will get a lot of use. And like I say, just every time you get in it, I love that throaty little engine sound. Sounds like a proper tractor, or how I remember them when I was a kid anyway. They're all fancy and hybrid engines and all sorts of cool stuff now, but back in the day when I was a lad, they were all throaty, throbbing engines. Yeah, it's not a bad looking little tractor, this actually. Not quite sure why I left the beacons on. Now when filled, there's not really any need for it, but it has beacons, which is quite good. What my dad always referred to as agricultural. Any vehicle we ever owned that was a bit kind of throaty, or especially when we've got our first diesel car, I always used to say it's a bit agricultural, son. I suppose they're all agricultural, but that just reminds me of that deep, diesely throbbing engine sound. Right, I think, pretty sure the Lamborghini should be on its last run up this newly combined field of 20 and 15. So we'll follow it up with the Zetor and the fertiliser spreader. I think because this only fertilises at about 9 miles an hour, I'm pretty sure the Lamborghini seeds at about 12, so it will gradually start to pull away from us now. It's quite a massively basic interior, but I suppose it would be. It's got a few knobs and switches and a joystick and everything you need to do the job you're doing. Nice little tractor. Right, seeder's done. And we'll close that up and take it back to the yard. This tractor is filthy, and so's the seeder. So I think we might have to purchase a jet wash. It's that time again. Happens on every map. Well, your vehicles are just that dirty, you need to get a jet wash. We will stick it up here by the silage bay. And now the fertiliser spreader is also done. Take that back to the yard, park it up. And that'll be pretty much us done for this episode, I think. 7:20. Like I say, next episode, probably a bit of mowing, a bit of windrowing maybe. Hopefully some of the crops will start to grow. So yeah, another busy episode. Bought a new tractor. The mowers have been delivered to the yard, so we'll get to use those next episodes. They've been bought and delivered. We are building up. Park that up. Nice addition to the farm. I do like it. So, hope you've enjoyed the episode. Got a few more bits done. If you like it, subscribe, leave a comment if you want. Hope to see you next time in the next episode. But for now, thanks for watching.